So this one, we've done quite a few videos for on floats and that, haven't we?
Yes.
I'm focusing on mainly on bristles and sizes and whatnot. This one, we want to talk about the stem of the float, which is probably the most important.
Yeah, definitely for stability wise, along with the body.
Yeah.
But yeah, stem wise, it's important, isn't it, using the right one?
Massive, massive, massive. It's a question we get all the time,
Especially
using
fishing shallow.
the right stems in it. So you've pretty much got your 3 stems. You've got your wire, your glass, and your carbon. I mean, that's nothing else, is there? No. Cane, oh, old school.
How dare you drop cane into it? Oh, mate.
That doesn't exist anymore, does it? Because them floats will just die on this.
Where's my bristle gone? Oh, it's broke in the field over there.
Float. What was a cane? Do you remember the Drennan Squat?
Chiantis were cane bristle, weren't they?
They were cane bristle. I've never. There's been no cane stems, has
Drennan
there?
Squat.
Anyway, off topic. So,
stop waffling, Jay.
yeah, we want to talk about the 3 different materials and what you use them for. Just to keep things simple. So, first up, be wire. Yeah, that's probably, for me, it's a winter thing. That.
Yeah, it's all about stability in it. You're not fishing through the water with it. When you want to present that bait stable on the bottom, wire without a doubt.
Yeah.
Or if there's a bit of toe in it or anything like that as well in it, it sort of holds a lot better.
Yeah, there's wire's your accuracy float, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that, mate.
It is, and it
Big
keeps
words,
everything.
isn't
Whenever you're setting a trap, I mean, we've said this loads, haven't we? Whenever you're setting the trap on the bottom, you're not really loose feeding.
No.
You're just putting a pile in and you're sitting and waiting. A wire's the best because it just keeps things bang on in place. It's a sinking material, isn't it? It's no good for fishing through the water. So it's straight in, it's easy to hold back against as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you've got that bit of toe, you can hold back and it just keeps things nicer. So whenever you're fishing big shot down the bottom end.
One thing we've just been discussing is this new flexi wire. Not big
yeah.
fans of it, are we? It's weird. It's a weird material, folks. If you're not seeing it, it literally just bends all the way around. It doesn't snap, but it's dead light. It doesn't really act like wire, does it?
No, it's not got like, it's not got the
I was all for it, but then
it?
I'm like, nah, it's one of them. It's personal preference, like anything is in fishing, but not fans. We want that big steel, don't we? Like, oosh.
It is. I like heavy
Root
steel.
that
It's
bait on
the
the
bend,
bottom.
isn't it? I don't like how when it's under pressure, it does curve slightly. But don't get me wrong, it always goes back because it's flexi wire. But no, I'm in the steel fan. I don't have any flexi wire floats.
What about? I mean, obviously, there's all that for different sort of grades of it as well, isn't there? Like 0.5 mil, 0.6, and all that. I don't think you need to beat yourselves up about that personally.
No,
folks.
don't look into
Steel
that.
as a material is heavy.
Yeah,
isn't it?
the float maker will look after that for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Most float makers will match the correct diameter of carbon to the type of float that there's. Do you know what I mean? A big thick bristle might have a bit of a heavier gauge than a really light bristle.
Yeah,
that's not for just the material. Look, I don't look at the strength of it or the thickness of it. Really, that's done for you. Don't make it too technical. So. Yeah, wires for your stability.
Yep.
Next, we're going to go with that, which I don't actually use any of these, but you've just got me thinking.
Mate.
Just had a light bulb moment.
Glass, honestly. So glass stem floats for me, it's pretty much, I'd use these most of the summer, to be honest with you. When you want sort of like a really stable bait, but a little bit in between when you're looking to fish through the water, but ultimately have it nice and stable on the bottom, I don't think you can beat glass. I use glass a lot for when I'm fishing shallow as well. Because obviously the rig's not in there for long enough, so you're slapping it over, holding a tight line, it's coming through nice and natural.
Yeah.
Once at the bottom of that fall, obviously, whacked over again. Works very, very similar to carbon, but it's a little bit more withstanding than carbon, and it does, obviously, because it's a little bit heavier, it's going to sit more stable.
Yeah, that's the thing for me, is that when you're fishing a carbon stem on the bottom, like in junction with a shell line often, conjunction with a shell line, you want that nice fall that you catch X amount on, but you also want it to fish once it's on the bottom. Yeah. And in some weather, a carbon can be a bit so if you can still maintain the
stability,
the slow fall.
Oh right,
I mean, the not immediately vertical, that it follows your bait through.
Yeah, it is that in between. Obviously, carbon's a lot slower. Wire thunk like that, glass.
It's just a bit.
Oh mate, I'm gonna smash you up on this rig as well today, Jay.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to play with that for my deck fishing in the summer.
Cheeky.
That's definitely going to be a better option.
Liking it, mate, isn't you?
Yeah, for through the water, definitely.
Get off,
I'm going to have
mate,
a little play
it's
with
mine.
It.
Get off.
But not something I've got, but I'm going to play with that. And next up, carbon in it.
Yeah.
That we've almost touched on with the wire, with the glass, in that whenever you're fishing through the water, do you mean carbon's the way to go in it? We've talked about it a million times, and it's being in touch with your bait.
Yeah.
So when you slap your rig over, most of course, there's an odd situation in wind or whatever that a wire or something weird can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, and can be better. But in most situations, having a little glass or a carbon in this case stem, it follows your bait through the water, so it points at your hook bait at all times. Yeah. Whereas if you lay a wire in and wire's immediately vertical, so it is
Yeah.
no good because it's
Can't see what's
float's
happening.
vertical and
You're
your
getting a
rig's
big
that way.
bow in your line, you don't know what's going on.
yeah. So it follows that bait down lovely,
Yeah.
but it loses the stability aspect of things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Des mentioned it years and years ago, and then it always clicked in my head for fast silverfish fishing as well. When you're fishing on deck,
Yeah.
it never tangles as much a carbon stem compared to a wire.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Them wrap overs that you're getting, that doesn't
Yeah.
happen with carbons
It's a
anyway.
lot
near as
lighter
much.
up the top of the float, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
so for
like that.
speed fishing, they're
Yeah.
always a lot quicker as well, the nice carbon stem floats. If you're catching a lot of fish quickly, I mean, it does prevent tangles. But yeah, I'll relate to that because carefully shotted wire stem floats or rigs, they're a bit fragile, aren't they?
It's a nightmare, and it's the back shot as well, isn't it? You know what I mean? If you're like, you're shipping back, you pulled out something, you're shipping back dead quick, and then you look back at your rig, you're like, oh
it's awful.
no, what's going on with it? It's
Yeah.
like proper bird's nest.
Yeah, so it is for speed fishing carbons.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, that's mine. I use them for pretty much everything, that old chanty styley thing. But I'm going to get them in glass as well. You've got
Got
me
to have
thinking
a go
about
with
that.
glass, mate, honestly.
Just because I do definitely find that when it's sort of like 4 or 5 foot,
Yeah,
sometimes carbon can be a little bit, do you know what I mean? Not so much on a snaky lake, but open water,
yeah.
they're just not quite stable enough. And glass might just fill that void a
416 or
little
like
bit.
a 418 that in a deep water, it's just, oh mate, it just stays there.
Does it sit
perfect.
nice?
Lovely.
The lads were using them Wilkie Diamonds at Hayfield a lot,
Right, okay.
and they're glass.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they sit beautifully.
But as you say, obviously with a big carp, you're still getting the aspect of it coming through slower,
Yeah.
but then ultimately you've got that presentation as well at the end.
Yeah, you still got it holding still and not.
Always thinking, mate.
Here we
You know
go.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Virtual high fives.
So yeah, just watch them three. If you think about them a little bit more, rather than just picking that size float out, think about your stems a little bit more. So it just presents
Not
things
too much though, just
better.
fish shallow or put a BB on, innit? You know what I mean?
on it, it's all irrelevant. But yeah, hopefully that'll help a little bit.